Cecile Thai claims she quit her position as Supermax's non-executive director due to bullying and silencing from other board members, including her father, Executive Chairman Datuk Sri Stanley Thai. Supermax says it has responded to and refutes Cecile's allegations. In her resignation letter dated April 16, cited by The Edge, she claims there had been concerted attempts by Supermax's board to act against corporate governance practices, punish dissent and silence transparency, which led to her decision to step down. When contacted, a spokesperson for Cecile confirmed the letter's authenticity. In her letter, Cecile detailed how these disagreements started in November 2021, a month before her father's appointment as the group's executive chairman took effect, when he stated his intention to remove her from the board following her opposition to his proposed purchase of a new aircraft for $47.39 million. The aircraft was to be purchased by Supermax's subsidiary Maxter Glove Manufacturing to replace one that was acquired only a year prior. Cecile had rejected the proposal as she believed that the purchase was not in the best interest of the company. Then in February last year, she expressed her view that the conferment of sole authority on Stanley as the single authorised person for the company's bank accounts was against the company's financial accountability and corporate governance practices. Among her other accusations include being denied access to a remuneration committee meeting via Zoom and how she was subsequently removed when the Remuneration Committee and Nomination Committee were suddenly merged in August 2022. She also claimed that the board had tried to stop her from responding to a question posed by a shareholder during the group's AGM about Supermax's audited financial statements, specifically about the aircraft purchase. When contacted by The Edge, a Supermax spokesperson said that while it welcomes constructive criticism and different views from its board members and that it will take appropriate action to address its shortcomings, it says it cannot agree with Cecile's allegations and assertions, which the board finds to be unfounded. The spokesperson said that the board always allows all directors to speak freely, their views and comments to be taken down in the meeting minutes, which they say is clear indication that there have been no efforts or attempts to stifle any director. Capital A's AirAsia Super app has clarified that it is authorised to sell flights from any airline on its online travel agency platform, as it holds a travel agent license and is also an International Air Transport Association accredited agent to sell flight tickets. In a statement, the low-cost carrier said the app, which was created on October 2022 as an OTA, intends to drive tourism in Malaysia and provide new travel options for millions of people in ASEAN. AirAsia Super app Acting CEO Muhammad Hafiz Muhammad Fazil says that the app has offered world-renowned airline brands such as Etihad Airways, All Nippon Airways, KLM, Bangkok Airways, and many others as its direct airline partners. He says that its database of over 72 million allows its airline partners to reach a wider audience. According to him, other airlines' flights have contributed a small percentage of the app platform's revenue, and to date, it has sold 1.72 million seats from more than 700 airlines that are available on its channel. On the injunction filed by Malaysia Aviation Group to stop the unauthorized sales of Malaysia Airlines tickets on AirAsia Super app, Muhammad Hafiz clarified that the tickets displayed were taken from inventories supplied by its established partner aggregators. He clarifies that the flight fares and fare class information is supplied directly by its partner aggregators without any intervention from AirAsia Super app, and that the same fare information was also displayed on other OTA platforms. He says they continue to call on Malaysia Airlines and other airlines to partner directly with the AirAsia Super app to achieve better efficiency and performance, and will be happy to move the conversation forward on working together to offer Malaysians the best value when it comes to travel. Ex-PM Tan Sri Muhyiddin, who is Parti Pribumi Bersatu Malaysia president, has filed a motion to strike out the 4 counts of abuse of power that he has been charged with. In seeking for the charges to be struck out, the Pago MP, who had previously called the charges a form of political persecution, had also sought an acquittal and discharge of the predicate offence of abuse of power. The motion, dated April 18, cited by The Edge and filed at the High Court, also sought a stay of criminal proceedings at the Sessions Sessions Court until the application is heard. Muhyiddin, who will turn 76 years old in May, was charged at the KL Sessions Court with 4 counts of abuse of power under Section 23 of the Malaysian Anti-Corruption Commission Act 2009. The charges allege that as the PM and Bersatu President, he had received 232.5 million in bribes from corporate entities and an individual between March 1st, 2020 and August 20th, 2021. It is understood that the defence is seeking to strike out the abuse of power charges, and if this is successful, Muhyiddin's money laundering charges would also fall, as abuse of power is the predicate offence. Throughout this, Muhyiddin has maintained his innocence, saying that he has never received any of these payments personally or into his bank account. In Muhyiddin's affidavit in support to strike out the charges, he claims that the abuse of power charges he faces had disclosed no offence and hence are defective and bad in law under Section 152 of the Criminal Procedure Code. GDB Holdings has claimed that its subsidiary Grand Dynamic Builders was wrongfully terminated from the 8 Conlay project. In a statement, the construction services firm said that the purported determination is wrongful, as the mandatory contractual procedures and notices prior to the determination have not been complied with. GDB said GD Builders on Wednesday had received a copy of the determination from 8 Conlay project owner Damai City to determine the letter of award dated November 9, 2020 for the development of the 8 Conlay project. Damai City is a unit of KSK Land. The builder says Damai City has no right to determine GD Builders' employment under the main contract, given that there are existing and continuous breaches by Damai City for failure to effect payment of certified sums due and owing to GD Builders. It says Damai City has failed, refused and or neglected to pay the remaining outstanding sums on the date of payment as stipulated in the January 4, 2023 agreement and continue to breach. Meanwhile, KSK in a statement said that it had made the difficult decision to terminate the contract following a failure to achieve agreeable solutions over a period of 9 months, including scope of works, construction program and financial installment payments following the COVID-19 pandemic. Carlsberg Malaysia says its current main concern is how consumer sentiment could impact product demand, according to Managing Director Stefano Clini. He explains that worries about the future and uncertainties, partially driven by the tightening on disposable income, could also influence consumer decisions and potentially impact consumption of its beers across all categories. Clini did not rule out the possibility of beer consumption normalizing after the COVID-19 reopening last year, although adds that it is too early to tell at this stage. He says that 2023 will remain another challenging year for the brewer due to the risk of a global recession, escalating commodity prices and rising local and global inflationary pressure. For FY22, Carlsberg Malaysia's net profit jumped 58% to 317 million from 201 million in FY21 as revenue increased 36% year-on-year to 2.41 billion and bolstered by higher profits in both Malaysia and Singapore operations, combined with a higher share of profit in Line Brewery Ceylon in Sri Lanka. Clini says that Carlsberg Malaysia is unlikely to repeat the stellar performance as it was mostly due to the low base effect, but says that it will continue to grow its market share, making progress in its ESG goals and maintaining its profit margins.